All right.
Good
Welcome to the
morning.
Empowered Morning Show. We are here. It's a new week. This year, this month has flown by. This month has went to a whole nother level in speed. It seemed like we just said it was March the 1st. And now we have transitioned all into
It's
almost the end of the
crazy.
month. Spring has sprung in. This Mother Nature has said, you know what, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it, whether it is freezing temperatures, whether it's heat that requires you to put on some AC, whatever it is. Mother Nature is just saying, baby, you just have to roll with it. This is what it is. And
It
listen,
said,
we
roll
got to
with
be
me,
here for it.
whether you
Roll
like it
with
or
it.
not.
This is how we roll. You got to be prepared. Listen, in your vehicle, if you traveling, keep you a sweater, keep you, some shorts, keep you something, because you really don't know from one day to the next. Well, good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Miss Patricia, thank you so much for being on this morning. We
Yes.
appreciate our people that come in, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, honey, TikTok, we might be on the way. Don't sleep on us. We might
Don't
be
sleep.
coming. So
Look, if somebody out there are that TikTok specialists, gotta contact us. Gotta hook us up. Hook us up. We give tips. We give tips.
yes, 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 yes. So this day is a day that when you start thinking about all the great things that happen to you, but then you start thinking about life is not perfect, and I mean it's not meant to be. But sometimes, we because I know Natasha and I were talking about, I think Marie had made a post about, being at church and they were talking about setting expectations, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of times, we say that, especially when you're a positive person, you have expectations of things that are, just great. And at the same time, we don't expect enough because God is God. And you know how you say life be life and God be Godding. God is
God
in
is
control. Do we not
right.
understand that? God is guiding. So for every life that's lifing, don't you know that God is aware of all things. Nothing is taking him by surprise. He knew who was going to be in the White House. He knew who was going to be, you know what I'm saying? He
He knew
knows
gas
all
was gonna be
things.
crazy. He already knew
Yes.
this.
So we act like God. It's like God, like God. Hey, did you see what's going on? Of course he does. He knows that. The thing for us is to sit back and rest.
In it.
Rest in his peace and
Rest
rest
in your
in
not knowing. We just so nosy. We could think we have to know everything from A to Z. If he don't
we
tell
want to be in
us
control.
what's the game plan, oh,
Yes,
you didn't tell me
yes,
ahead of time,
yes,
God.
yes,
I wasn't ready for that conversation.
yes,
But
yes.
then you say, I trust you, God. Which one you gonna do? Because
Right.
baby, when I say you trust God, he said, okay, let me see how much
Do
you
you
trust
good?
me. Do
Do
you
Let me
you
tell
really
you,
believe?
you have to be so careful when you pray, what you pray
and
for, when you
What?
ask, how you
listen,
ask.
listen. The
Look, I'm
slightest
an
little, the
example. Don't.
slightest little thing, and God is like, because you know how
Oh,
you think about with your kids, like you'll be like, oh, I know you ain't got an attitude. Oh, I know you better fix your
yes.
face. Uh, oh,
I know you're
I
not over
know,
there
I, I know you
going
didn't roll
turning
your
back and
eyes.
forth.
I for sure know you didn't mud up under your breath. I know that you didn't do that. Do you all
Oh,
realize, good morning, Cynthia Lewis,
Girl.
do y'all realize that the things that we don't like and don't tolerate in humans, in our kids or your significant
oh,
others or your BFFs or at work, the things that you don't like and don't tolerate from other people, we do. Do
but
you
you think God's supposed
you
to
better like
tolerate yo?
you get an attitude every time I tell you or don't get you what you want. And I'm trying to tell you, you don't need this because what I got for you is so much better. But you stomping and acting a monkey because I've taken your little toy, whatever it is, the house, the car, the man, the woman,
See,
whatever it is, I'm taking it from you. And you over here pouting and blowing snot and just all over the place and just, stressing
talking
out.
Now,
about I
I
remember
feel I have some conviction right now. I feel like
I
you're
know
just
I'm
talking about me this morning.
Natasha, you're
Do you
not
know
by
how
yourself.
to
I'm
we said
so
Natasha, look,
convicted.
let me hear y'all in my business today. Let me make look, yeah, look. We got
Yeah, we
Look,
minding
he
our own business.
talking
We're gonna be
about
open for business.
Natasha, talking about us over here.
not you,
I'm,
Natasha.
I'm
Tennis
I'm
slid up
kidding.
and raised her hand.
You're
Did
not you're
y'all
not
think
wrong.
about that?
You're not wrong at all. I think that we take it, let me speak for myself. I take it for granted when I go into prayer every day. I'm having this conversation, I'm asking God for things, and I say I trust you, and I say I'm going to walk in faith. I even go the distance and say, you know, take whatever you need to take out of my life. Wherever you need to take me, you take.
That part.
That part. And I do mean that in prayer. And then he moves and then he starts to remove things. And you're like,
You had,
what
you
are
had a
you
list
doing?
of people that I said to take, though. I didn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep that one right there. I didn't mean for you to slide that one on out. Or,
Can I get to select which ones I want you to keep and which
yeah,
ones I want you to let go, right?
give me a list ahead of
So,
time and I check and say if this is okay or this is not. No,
mm,
God is saying, let me see.
yeah.
Do you know you enough to know that what you pray for is this really what you want or not? And we can't pick and choose. If you say,
Which
God,
one?
I want to grow in my life. I need you to stretch me. Don't say that if you don't mean that,
If
Don't-
you're not
God.
ready, because I think a lot
Elevate me,
of times,
God.
I think a lot
Enlarge
of,
my territories. And he like, oh,
In your
you
territory.
that's what you want now?
well,
Oh, okay.
coming back to the expectation thing in Marie's post, right? It says walk in expectation. So
Uh-huh.
something that came to mind yesterday, it's because in recovery you learn to manage your expectations, but in this case it's walking the expectation of God's will for your life. I think that piece
Yes.
is really
Yes.
important to add there,
Mm.
that
It
we're
is.
walking in the expectation of what he has in store for us. And for me, I'm guilty of asking for something or saying, okay, God, use me, stretch me, take me beyond the borders. And I have a vision in my mind of what I think that looks like.
Yes. Yes. That's
Right.
You
it.
do.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
And I
it.
get stuck in that vision. And then he comes up with his whole other vision. And you're just kind of like, this ain't matching up. This ain't what I told you I
God,
wanted,
you didn't tell me the plans for that one. I
You
don't know
did
the plans
not.
for that one.
So think about this. You spoke just said earlier, God enlarge my territory, right? You didn't take into consideration that in enlarging your territory, he says, okay, well, I'm going to send you to another state. I need you to do something. Well, if you all are familiar with the Atlanta airport or travel, period, you carry your butt to Hartsfield Jackson in this morning, and you're going to
Thank
be
you.
your enlarged territory is going to be sitting there, and you're going to be there 10 hours or more before you get to it. Are you
can
prepared to
you,
sit
can
there
you,
in
can you
chaos and a
not?
lot of people? Because it's part of enlarging your territory. We don't think about the inconvenience. We don't think about, I wasn't prepared to be here for 10 hours, sitting here, standing on my feet or waiting in line or I
Because
just can't do
I
it.
just got that hour before because
Thank
I
you. I'm
I
already
have passed. I have
rested.
TSA pad pre-check, so
Exactly.
I only get that hour before. I'm just talking about myself. I'm not
I'm
talking about
sorry. Did you all just decide to wake up this morning and come for your girl? Because I travel tomorrow morning. I have to go to Atlanta in the morning.
Look
And
at that.
I'm
Look at that.
trying to
Look at
prepare
that.
and
for this flight.
it's a
Look,
6 hour
it's
wait.
a six
As
hour
long as
wait.
it's taken there, you could drive there. Like the whole point of
Listen, thank
getting on the
you.
plane is so
Thank
that you
you.
can get there in an
Thank
hour.
you.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
so what
No.
are you
But
gonna do now? So are
look,
you gonna talk
just
bad
said,
about
Tina just said people don't be ready for the process. We just
Yep.
want the reward. God
that's
Yep.
all?
enlarge my territory because I see myself getting accolades or getting paid or getting whatever that issue is, whatever the thing is that you want him to enlarge your territory. He's saying I gotta take you through some things to see if you really want what you say you
If
want.
you and not only that, he has to build our capacity. That we
Yes.
forget that we have to get built because one
Amen.
thing
Yes.
God's not gonna let you do. You ain't gonna put my name on everything and make him look crazy.
And
You
go
don't
ahead and
even
fumble the
have the
ball.
faith. You don't even have the faith to enlarge the territory yet.
Yes.
You
You want
don't
to
even
tell him.
have the faith. Your brakes go out and you have a whole dramatic breakdown. He like, I need to build your capacity so that you have the belief and the system, the strength. If I tried to go out there and lift 500 pounds, I'm going to break every bone inside of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if I start training up and keep on training up and become a bodybuilder and become a woman that can lift that kind of weight, gotta build the muscles, everything, so that when it's time, I can lift it and then carry it.
But not only that, Sparkle, it takes not only the physical development, but the mental capacity to understand that I'm preparing myself for this heavy load. Yes. And so it's a process. I'm not going to go out here and lift 500 today or tomorrow or next.
And it's not saying that you, and it's not saying that you can't. It's not saying that you can't lift the 500. It's just not today because there's some training involved.
And don't get over there talking about, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He said, but I haven't strengthened you. I haven't strengthened you yet. Yes. So, because we misuse that scripture. We misuse it because we think, because God said that we can do all things through him that strengthens us, we think, okay, I can fly in the air. God said, no, you can't. No, you can't. If you started doing your wings like this, it's just going to be wings like this. But if you would just sit and take.
Come on, Miss Phyllis. Said a couple of her schoolmates went through the Atlanta airport in 1 hour yesterday.
Oh, praise God, speak it.
But see, this is the thing. Setting the expectations and walking in it. When you purpose yourself to say that, you know what? I'm sure whatever the case was, the favor that God allowed them is because things were in place. Maybe they already had a TSA pre-check. Maybe,
because they do say you have the TS.
Maybe they were walking and looked and said, oh, let's go here and get in this part right here. It is the things that you got to listen to, because when you're walking in expectation, you have to be listening actively to God
and following the directions.
To God.
So, Angela, I was telling you how last month I traveled to Kentucky last month. Mm-hmm. It was my first connecting flight in over a decade, because the very first time I did a connecting flight, I was stranded in an airport like 10 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And I swore up and down I would never do a connecting flight again. But last month I had no choice. And exactly what you just said is exactly what I lived out, because I just went in expecting, like, God's got this. Like, wherever God wants me, wherever God needs me to be, maybe if we are delayed, maybe there's someone I minister to, maybe it's time for me to just sit and be still, read a book, listen to music. Like, it's just time for me to rest. Like, I wasn't getting myself stressed out, like, oh my God, I gotta wait, and being impatient. It was just expecting that the Lord has a plan for me. So I am just to walk and move according to his will. That had been, hands down, the smoothest on-time trip, connecting everything that I had ever experienced in all of my travel. And I've been traveling for years. So you are so right.
And God can do that. We have the favor of God over our life. We're just talking about when you go out, when stuff attacks you, or you feel like, oh, I'm being attacked. On June 5th, 2020, what was it? 25, when they came and told me that they was eliminating my position, I had a choice. Either I'm going to fall out and just, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Because prior to that, I've been talking about how much I believe God, I trust God, I believe you, God, I trust you, God, I live in favor, I walk in favor. I've been talking big talk. Big talk, big trust talk, big trust talk. Then when the situation came, I had to make a decision. Do you crash out? Do you go over and over like, God, what did I do? How did I mess up? Because we have a tendency when things happen, we put it back on us. Like, what did I do? I've been so good to these people. I did this, and I started hard, and I worked hard, and I did this, everything that you did. And then you start saying, it was something I did. What if it's not something you did?
It's nothing to do.
God, I've been asking God to enlarge me, to let me trust you more, to have belief in you more. So this season, all he did was work on my belief. He worked on my trust, worked on my favor, and said, do you trust me? Do you believe me? I have done more trips than I had. Like, I'm always gone somewhere. The favor of God, because you have to make a decision. I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm not getting over here trying to say, oh, it ain't nothing but butterflies and I don't fall out sometimes. But in the midst of it, you have a choice. Either you're going to trust God or you're not. If you're going to believe that he will keep you and he will supply all A-L-L, all of your needs, or you're going to believe it not. It's not always something you did. It could be, like people push you. It's that push that God said,
It's an
okay,
upgrade.
it's an
But you know
upgrade
what,
in your next
Sparkle?
level.
What if it is something that you did? What if it is the fact that you,
Sometimes
and
it is.
I'm not talking about it in that way. I'm saying that most of the
Yeah.
time when we say, what did I do? We're thinking automatically we did something wrong. What
Yes.
Negative.
if God is
Right.
saying you did
Right.
something so right? You showed up every
And
day. You had a
that's
great attitude that I think I got something even better for you because you showed me
Mm.
that I
And I
need
want you
you
to
to be
keep
great.
doing just that. I want you to keep believing me like you
Yes,
believe in
I
me. I
want you
keep,
to understand that this isn't punishment. I'm preparing you for elevation. We automatically think, what did I do? Why did they leave me? Why am I not good enough? We automatically think the worst case scenario of ourselves. What if God's saying you're too good for them? You're better
them.
than
So
That's
I
them.
have
and I
so I
don't
have a
like your
different
environment. I don't
so
like
I
who you're around right now. So I don't want you around them people because I know the plan. I know every God's in there like I know all their mindsets. I know all how everybody at that table feel about
Exactly.
you.
How
I know
everybody's
what their
grinning and
plans
spitting in
are
your face
next.
and everything.
Yes,
Absolutely.
but what God is saying, what you will not do is touch my Tanika. What you will not do is play in her face. So you're going to write her check and you go on and just let her say bye-bye. But then the important part that you have to understand, it don't matter who did it. All I need to know is what the LLL that I need to learn in this
mm,
season for this lifestyle that God taking me. What
mm.
do you need to learn? Now you sit your tail down and say, God, I know, I know you love me too much. I'm your favorite daughter.
Don't get ready to say, how can you be his favorite daughter and not? You can't claim one thing and then act differently. You can't say I'm a wife, but you act like a side chick. You got to figure out which one you're
Is
going to
that
do.
double
And
Mm.
then,
double minded? What double minded are you gonna be?
you got to. And you know what? I was talking to us. I sent somebody something yesterday, and she said, I know this may sound bipolar. She said, but I'm always saying, God, what are you up to?
Mm-hmm.
God, what are you up to? What is the LLL that I need from this? What is
Yeah.
the, am I supposed to just, have peace or just trust or whatever? But again, like Natasha said, we run our mouths so much and we
Mm-hmm.
hollering about I believe, I trust, and all that. At some point in time when somebody makes you back it up, are you still going to talk big, or do you start sliding back and slinking back and thinking, now you're depressed and now you're overwhelmed and now you got anxiety and now every time somebody call you, you got a woe is
That
me mentality.
that
All the
what
energy has been
Marie is
deflated
saying.
out of the balloon.
That is so cool. That's funny that you say that, Angela. I just posted that I'm walking in expectation, but not their expectations. But not their expectation. Come on, clear it up. It's God's expectation. And that's not the problem. We try to live our life according to everyone else's and yours and plans. God last. He needs to be first. It's already mapped out. So we must keep faith and focus on ourselves. Amen. You must keep faith. Keep your faith. Like when your faith get low, I'm like, God, I'm at the bottom right now, God. Like, oh, God, I don't know. I'm feeling a little shaky. You got to tell God your truth. You think because I'm walking in faith, oh, I can't say nothing to God. I got to let him know I trust him. I got to I believe him. I do. But God, right now, these emotions are trying to play is trying to speak louder than you. So God, help me move these emotions so I can stay in faith and trust in you and believe you. Because what I don't want to do is step out and start doing some stuff out of emotion. Let me do this. Let me Uber drive. Let me go to McDonald's. Calm down. God, let's bring the calm down. That's why you have to really not understand how to breathe. Because so many things in life, you're going to have to breathe through it. You're going to have to let God lead you through it. You're going to have to let God guide you through that. And then you got to go back to memory lane. How God did it last time. This ain't your first storm. This ain't your first thing. God, I remember. If you can't remember when he did it for you, I'm sure you can remember when he did it for somebody else. Just start calling out names. And God, I know you will do it. I know for a fact that you will do it. Just go to the Bible. Start saying what he did for Peter, what he did for David, what he did. Go back down to the memory lane. And I'm not saying that that it's not going to be a test. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is we have to get to the point that we can't let attacks pull us out. Don't think just because I'm not comfortable that God ain't with you. That uncomfortable, we have seen God do more in the uncomfortable than the comfortable, because God is God and God is going to be life. I'm not correction. God be God in every single time. I know you remember when you didn't have money in your pocket, but some kind of way your kids got fed. You don't know, where did this come from? You finding $20 in a purse that you what is $20 from? I have just called Angela the other day. Well, it's been a while. My glove department, I had no cash. The money was low. I'm not even gonna lie. Money was low. I opened my little department to get something, and $100 bill was just sitting there. Where did this $100 bill come from, God?
Baby, they say he got a ram in the bush.
A
You
big
always got to
$100
know
bill
there's a
just said,
ram in the bush.
hey. It's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And he said, put it in your pocket, but spend it wisely.
I was getting ready to say, that don't mean be
But
buck wild.
spend it wisely. I held
Spend
up
it
to that
wisely.
$100 because I was like, this is God. This is God's doing. This is God's doing. This is God's doing. To stop letting situation, people get you out of whack. Because when you desperate, you start doing desperate things. Mm-hmm. We start moving out of desperation. Yes, we got to hold ourselves accountable for the things that we have done. But you also got to trust that if God put me in this position, if God brought me here, what am I going to do about it?
And not go back. I think one of the things that happens is we go back to what's familiar. When things are going well and we talking stuff and we like, God and bless me, I'm doing good. I made this choice, I made that choice. Everything is lined up until it doesn't. And then we'll say, okay, God, I'm trusting you. Okay, I know it's gonna work out, whatever. But at some point in time, your mind, your flesh says, well, you can always do this. You can always call them. I can always, they'll make sure I'm good. They'll you start switching, like Esmery says. It's not the walk in your expectations, it is God's
walking in God's
expectations. So
expectations.
you don't walk in somebody else's provisions and supplies for you. You walk in God's provisions and supplies for you. You know that he's going to bless you, and it's not going to be with the person that he delivered you from. A lot of times we say, well, blessings, because we justify so much. What blessings come from people, so maybe he's got that person there because he's going to make sure they're going to look out for me. If he delivered you from them, then that's not your resource. That is not your supply. He's not going to tell you to go backwards to get something that he told you to leave. You know how somebody course corrects the things that they say. Well, God told me this, and they're talking about it, and then all of a sudden say, well, well, God told me that wasn't right. That's something else. Because God didn't tell you that the first time. God
Yes.
is not a man that he should lie. He's not a
Yes.
person that he's going to go back and forth. He's not going to tell you a lie today and then clean it up with the truth tomorrow. God doesn't. Humans do. God doesn't. So we
Yes.
got to be mindful of always listen to people who said, God told me, God told me,
Oh
God
yes.
told me. Not all the
God told
time.
you, but he skipped me. He forgot. He told you,
He told
but
me what I'm supposed to do and didn't give me a inkling or unction
I
but
didn't get the memo.
yes.
at
And
all.
then not only that, sometimes in your seasons, you do feel like everything has been taken from you. I'm single. See, I used to be single, but I'm real big single now because you still had those people that you can. Can you take care of a light bill? You had those hang around no matter what, and they gonna come for you, come through for you. God said, no, they're not. They're not coming through for you.
Not
Your
this time.
grandmama ain't coming through for you. Nobody, no, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna go through this process and you're gonna go with it by yourself. That doesn't mean don't nobody love you. Don't Let's not start this craziness. That doesn't mean don't nobody love you. Nobody sees me. Nobody believes me. Nobody's there for me. Okay. Yeah. God said, because I'm gonna cut them off. And if you go ask them, you're out of disobedient, and they're out of disobedient. Because I said we're gonna do this together. You and I.
Period.
Now
Period.
that's called real growing up. Like you gotta be a real grown woman to still get up every single day and still trust him and believe you. And the people have it. No. That you have some people you can call up that they have it and they will do it and they will help you. And you can't pick up the phone and ask them. God said, no, because I want you to ask me. I want you to ask me.
I want you to depend on me.
And I hear God saying, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired that you always go to people. You always go to him, to them,
Yes.
to them. God's like, what about me? What about me?
I love Esmerie's comment. She says your cutoff game has to be strong. And you need
Yes.
to be faithful enough to leave those people, places, and things, knowing that he will replenish it all in due time. And that comes back in walking in our faith. We will say, we will walk in faith, but then we're doing this sideways stuff, right? And God's looking at you going, I thought you said you trust me. I thought you said you had faith in me. Why are you making that phone call? Why are you calling that person? And then someone's going to justify that by saying, well, you put them there. I figured they were a resource for me, right?
Yeah.
And so like you were talking about, Angela, about that justifying and rationalizing. At the end of the day, it's like we say we trust in him. We say we're going to walk in faith. Sometimes walking in that faith requires us to be still and or it requires us to keep putting one foot in front of the other. But the only thing that you focus on is God. You go to him for everything. You seek him first, no matter what. And I think that's sometimes a hard thing to practice when you have when we tend to make excuses and allow ourselves to be accessible to other people or allow other people to be accessible to us. So
Yes.
Yes.
I like that.
It's like taking a bite of
discomfort.
steak.
We don't do well with discomfort. We want to
don't.
be. Society has made us feel like you have to be comfortable in every situation. Oh,
And
we have
that's
to be
such a lie.
comfortable. But the discomfort, and Sparkle, find what you sent us yesterday because you broke that out really well as
Okay.
far as talking about discomfort and
Yeah.
how God uses that to stretch us.
Yeah.
And you know what? When you have tight muscles, when your joints are achy, being stretched is not comfortable in the physical. But do you know how sometimes your back is aching a little bit and you kind of stretch it out and you're just like, oh, it hurts, but at the same time, it's almost borderline feel good too, because you needed that stretch. You got it?
Yeah. So in my journey yesterday, I wrote, sometimes when things happen in life, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because you're finally doing something right. Right enough to disrupt comfort. Right enough to shift patterns. right enough to step into a version of you that everything misaligned can no longer stay attached to you. What feels like resistance is often confirmation. And this is the part most people run from, the discomfort. But this is where you stay. This is where you stretch. This is where you grow. Because discomfort is not punishment.
Hmm.
It's preparation. It's where capacity is built. It's where discipline is formed. It's where you gain what comfort could no longer give you. It's staying in it. Staying in it. Not running from it, but staying in it. It's like facing that bully that keep bullying you over and over. Instead of running from the bully, I'm a face the bully. I'm a lean into God. I'm a lean into it, and I'm a win through it. I'm a win through this because you're not just going through life. You're running your race to win.
Yes.
Because
race to win.
To win in this life, I am like, we are children of God. If we believe that we are his daughters and that he handpicked us and chose us, we cannot outlove our kids. Our kids the way that we love our kids. If we hear that something's going on with our kids, we ain't telling them, look, it say, hey, can I leave work? I'm getting ready to go. My child over here needs something.
Period. Look,
and I'm leaving. If they
do what
say
you must,
if they say you can't leave right now, you say, oh, I'm leaving. So you do whatever you have to do. If we love our kids that way, do you even think God can't love us like that? He knows when it's too much, she can't bear no more. So let me go and let me shake some stuff and mold it, because she's at her breaking in and she's going crazy over there in that house. So let me go and here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Because he knows how much you can bear. He really does. Mm-hmm. He knows your tears. He knows when you start crying what your tears are. He recognizes your cry.
Right.
And he's not going to just leave you out there. And I know the picture, the vision that you had, that none of your picture is this moment or those moments or that second. That was none of the picture. The vision you had was, God, I'm going to stack my money. I'm going to save. I'm going to get out of debt. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You had this whole list planned out. Because we're in March. So you did a vision board in January and you have this vision board all mapped out. You have
your vision. Your vision.
With your vision. God vision. I ain't told you none about none of that. Where do you get that from?
Did I say that you was going to drive a Lamborghini yet? I'm not saying that you're not going to drive one, but did I say that you was going to drive it in 2025? Because the buildup that it takes to save money, to do whatever you need to do, isn't that work? To build our faith up, it's the same kind of sacrifice. It's the same kind of work that we have to do to get to where God has us at that capacity. Because if you don't learn now, when you go the next step, you're going to have to learn it. I mean, you're going to have to get this faith. Whether you believe it or not, you're going to have to get built up faith. You're going to have to stop drinking on the milk. He said, milk can't satisfy you. I'm a big grown woman. Can I go get me a bottle and say, I'm hungry? I'm going to go get me a bottle and drink that bottle. I'm just suck on this bottle.
Yeah. Look, ain't nothing cute about that.
And is it going to satisfy my hunger? Is it going to take care of what I need to take care? And I'm probably the most spoiled brat, kicking, screaming, little girl, grown woman. And I know, But I tell God all the time, I don't want to grow up, but I know I have to grow up. I'm just keeping it my real. I don't want to
And it's
grow up.
not always pretty. I mean, just like even you posted about shifting into a new office, and you had to break the desk down. So as nice and everything as the office was, you wanted to expand and move somewhere else. That required you to break a desk down so that you can put it back up. And in the process, because that's not your forte, and you decided to move on your own and do it in your own power and strength, then you ran into the problem of, okay, now I got to try to put it back together. And so I said, God help me break it down. But now I done cracked it up
I
a
need
little bit.
help
I done
putting it.
did some extra things that I didn't have to do because I decided to move in my own time. There's things that happen. It's not saying that the desk won't get put back up. It's not even saying that somebody might say, girl, I got a desk over here. You can come and use it. It fits in perfectly.
I need one. but Angela, the real truth about that is my brother was supposed to come and do it.
Oh, I know. You didn't even have to tell me. I already knew that. Natasha, I already knew that she was trying to do it on her own strength, and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this."
Well, let me. In her defense, I had some friends who offered to come transfer my office from my bedroom into my daughter's. We literally, Dr. Sparkle and I did the exact same thing.
The exact
So
same.
Sunday, I had nothing else
But
going
she
on.
knows how to build.
It was very rare. It was very rare for me to have a day off and to do absolutely nothing. Now I got very fortunate. I did pray about it, and I was told what I needed to do, and I did it. And now the desk didn't go through the door like I intended. So I'm looking at how to take it apart, and my desk was probably just easier than Dr. Sparkle's.
No, you know how to use a screwdriver. You know how to use. I don't know. I know I don't know how to use tools.
Hey, but if y'all go on Facebook and look at that desk leaned up and looking crazy, like it's looking like don't torture us no more.
I was in here crying and laughing at the same time. Crying and laughing at the same time. Because in the same token, I get irritated with myself because I don't attempt to learn how to do stuff that's out of my comfort zone.
Got it.
Then when I get in trying to do the stuff out of comfort zone, because I don't go watch the YouTube channels and learn. Okay, so what do you do? I just jump out there.
You don't have patience for that. She wanted like, look, I can figure this out. Natasha, I saw that desk. I was like, Lord, is this what we got to deal with in the morning? Are we going to be sitting here and she going to lean forward and the whole desk going to fall down? Then remember the other day when her camera was all over the place? And that was just the first thing in my head.
Her camera fell and we thought the whole world came undone. So who knows what was going to happen.
That's exactly what I saw when I saw that desk. I was like, Lord,
the alignment is not aligning no more. It's just, why do you have these big gaps in between?
Now, would this all have happened because you didn't wait on the Lord? Is that what I'm hearing you saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, just make it.
Absolutely.
Because you want to be in control and have your stuff the way you want it, when you want it.
When I want it. It's completely there. So now I already know I need a whole complete desk because you tried what's supposed to be screwed in. You took a hammer and tried to hammer it.
And it put a crack in it. Look, God was saying, I didn't tell you to get a hammer.
But when I was trying to screw it wasn't going.
Oh
so I said, where's that hammer? But it's all, I took a chance on myself, and I'm still proud of me taking
You took a chance on that desk.
But now, what is
y'all was looking at the hammer like, why she calling you? Because this ain't your job. The hammer was like, I don't know why she called me. I'm just going because she put me in the game.
Sparkle.
But not only that, now what is it gonna cost you?
Ooh.
What is it gonna cost? What is it going to cost you?
Lord. Those that wait on the Lord.
What is it going to cost you? Now you have to buy a new desk.
Look, more.
What nothing wrong with your desk before. Now you're gonna have to get a new one. Start like all you had to do.
It was very pretty. Very, very, very pretty.
All you had to do was wait.
Just wait.
That's all.
Because you wanted to, because the reality is, she said, I was going to put it in my daughter's old room, meaning that her daughter's not in there. So it didn't have to be done right then. It didn't have to be broken down and torn up. It could have just waited. But she said, I want mine in right now.
Right now. And I'm sure I'm not the only person
You want
that has wanted stuff right now.
Been there,
Oh,
been
I'm
there.
a right now girl.
And I'm still I trust God. I'm still God's favorite daughter. I still believe him. I still trust him. I still love him. And still moving out of order.
Mm. It just shows that you're human, and that it's the same for us. But that's where we have to just
But
be.
that's what, Natasha, I'm tired of using that as an excuse. You're human.
No, it's not an
but
no. Not that it is an excuse. It's remembering that we are human. I always say that we're spiritual beings trying to navigate a human experience, right? That's a human side of you. However, you have to stay connected to God on the daily. That is why worship, that is why prayer, that's why meditation needs to be a daily practice. So we are reminded that we need to be moving in the spirit.
Look,
right?
I did all that earlier in the day. I did all that. I meditated. I read the Bible. I prayed. I did all the things that I know to do. All I saw in my mind last night was, I want that desk in that room now.
I don't know how to help you there.
So now here it comes. But I did. I meditated earlier that day. I prayed.
But hang on a second. I'm going to challenge you, Dr. Sparkle. If anybody else is listening, if you meditated, the spirit would have said to you, you don't need to move that desk right now.
I promise you, Tasha. I did.
That's the reason she got you too. She said she ain't gonna let you take it alone because she do it all the time because she like things done quick, fast, in a hurry too. And
because
y'all need to learn.
I had did all this work in here.
Look, they wait upon the Lord.
Yes, I just moved out of order, and I'm gonna accept that. That you moved, and because you moved when you moved, now add to your list a new desk. Add that to because you're gonna have, and nobody's getting your desk. God, nobody's getting it for you. Nobody's gonna give you one. You are gonna get a new desk because who did it? You.
Because when you find that extra money next time, guess what? It ain't going on what you think is going on. It's going on the desk.
It's going on the desk, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll take it because it's up. It's up.
It's a lesson learned about the
lifestyle. The LLL.
Yes, it's the LLL. And this.
So wait, so the desk is in your office. I'm
right here on it. I better stop leaning on it too much. I haven't put my computer on it yet because.
Natasha, I tell you, I think she's gonna lean and we're gonna hear everything gonna pop up. Look, hey, what you say? It's a little rig right now.
I'm telling you,
I
have about 5 screws over there
that aren't in the desk. Jesus.
It's not. I already know. But the thing is, my brother gonna be like, when my brother finally see it on Facebook, he gonna call me like, why are you so hard-headed? Why are you so hard-headed?
I just said I was coming. I told you when I would be there. You know I got it.
He said he was coming on Saturday. Then he said he worked over. Then he said he was coming Sunday, and I did not hear from him on Sunday. So I said, okay, I got you. I'm gonna do it myself. That's what I said.
And look at where they got you. What is that? So how is that working out for you?
Oh, but hey. I did it.
But you moved and you are in the space. Yes.
And I need classes. So anybody who knows how to use a tool, please sign me up.
Outside of a hammer. She got the hammer down.
Oh yeah, I can hammer something now in a heartbeat. Now it's probably not in the right direction or the right angle.
She can hit hard.
Yeah, but I hit hard. I hit so hard the whole thing came up. I'm like, oh, it looked like it's stuck together. So I'm gonna run with it. But this is the thing. You
Man.
have to still have the faith and move on. You got to take that. You got to take that L, because it wasn't really an L. It really wasn't a loss. It
It was
really
a
wasn't a
lesson.
fail. So nothing in life happened that it is a complete loss. You're going to learn
Right.
something in there. You're going to
Amen.
gain something in there. In
Yeah.
this attack, any attack that you're going through, you learn so much through the attack. I bet you won't go
Mhm.
touch that hot water at that hot heater no more. You like,
Facts.
oh, let me get my hands off of that. Because
It's
God
so
is,
many lessons in life, and the reality is, when we walk in God's expectations, the lessons don't hit us as hard because we're walking with Him and trusting Him. It's
True.
when we veer off the path and say, "Oh God, I saw these little beautiful flowers on the side of the road. Let me get one. It's so pretty." And then you come back with poison ivy because He can tell you to veer off the road. They may be pretty, but they weren't for you. That's why you
Oh,
got something that you
but
didn't.
they was not
there's
free.
a lesson. There's a lesson in just what you just said. It might
Yes,
be pretty. It might look good, but it ain't for you.
Not for
it's
And
not
you.
that
for
is a
you.
hard reality.
That's
And
a
you know,
hard reality.
sometimes you know it's not, and sometimes you don't.
So,
Mm,
yes,
true.
absolutely.
But
Sometimes
guess
what they
what
say,
you
you
gonna
bite
do?
off more
You
than you
gonna
can chew.
learn. You gonna learn which one it is.
Hmm.
In the process, you gonna learn.
In the process, when the children of Israel were in the wilderness and they were whining and complaining, we should have stayed in Egypt. We should have been eating what is it, the onions and all this stuff. And they were asking for quails, and God said, "Send it until they come out their noses." Because sometimes you complain and whine so much about things that God is like, "Okay, so you want excess?" So imagine that you have a plate and you just say, "Oh, I want this, I want that, I want that. Oh, okay, put some of this." And you're running around with a heavy plate, and somebody tells you, "You can't leave about here until you eat everything on that plate." Well,
Mm.
when your eyes are bigger than your appetite,
Stomach.
Woo, that was my
it's,
grandmama.
I mean, that's punishment. Now, eating should be pleasurable, but when you do too much, it becomes a chore. And have you ever been forced to sit there and clean a plate of something that you're just like, "But I'm full. I want to
Hmm.
go. My friends are outside playing. I'm tired. I don't want it
Yes,
anymore." You do all of that, but you couldn't help but give me a piece of that. Oh, give me two of them. Oh, that looks good. A couple bit of that. And then you look at this excessive amount of things that we ask for that
yes,
we really don't need, that we really, God is saying, if I give you something and you eat it, you're going to be satisfied. You're not going to be full. You know how when you overeat, you got to like be like, "Oh, I feel so uncomfortable now, God. Oh my God. I just feel miserable." You don't feel miserable when it's from God.
you
You feel
don't.
miserable when it's from you.
Yeah, when it, and
Yep.
you know the difference. You know when it's from you,
Hmm.
and
And
when
when
you,
it's from him.
yes,
Yes.
Yep.
yes,
You need it's a clear differentiation. It's not, you don't have to guess. Oh, he looked good, but he took you down through there. That wasn't God that sent him. That was you choosing him.
It's your flesh.
mhm,
Yep.
Your
that
flesh.
flesh.
Your flesh does
That's
not
when you
care at
say,
all.
"Oh, oh, we girl," but did you see his biceps? Okay, did you see his biceps? He was tall and handsome and dark, and them eyes. Oh my gosh, his
He was
eyes
driving a good
just.
car, girl. He was checking off all the little boxes except for the part where you said
Do you
he's
love
not
God?
gonna do it.
Do you
It's
believe
something
God?
on the bottom part you wasn't reading. The fine, you know how we never
The
read the
fine
little
print.
fine print. The
Yep.
fine print says he's abusive, he's gonna talk crazy to you, he's a cheater. You know what I'm saying? It's saying all the little things in fine print, but you're just checking off the big boxes of.
Hmm.
That's just like jobs, because the salary was really high. You like, oh, they pay so well. They da 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 da. But you miserable every single day. You can't even enjoy the paycheck because you already know the hell that you gotta face to receive the paycheck.
Hmm.
Every job is not for you, even though they pay six figures or past what you need. That does not mean that that's the job for you.
It's not worth your peace.
No.
No, what's that? But what about that spirit? You can be tall, dark, and handsome with a nice car, nice home, big money in the
Mm.
bank, and your spirit is foul.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I was
It's not
dating.
worth the trade-off.
Yeah,
Not
like
worth the
I was
trade-off.
I was dating this guy and I had a total breakdown. and he didn't even know to go into prayer. He didn't know what to tell me. He didn't know, like, he had lost it. But you want me to be with you, and you don't even know how to handle a breakdown? Because I do a lot of them. So you don't even know how to handle that. Like, you gotta pay attention to stuff. Like, they like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Let me go. Well, I'm gonna leave you in here by yourself.
I'll be back when you calm down.
Call me when it's over.
So,
I'll get the bar and give me a drink. Let me know when you get yourself together.
yeah. I mean, and you don't drink, I think you should start drinking.
That's
think
worse.
You should.
Hey, let me go get you something.
Yes. It's on me. Don't even worry about it. It's on me.
Oh, man.
But it's so many things that when we think about how we handle situations, or what did we let in, that we knew it wasn't good, but it was so comfortable. It felt so good.
It's that immediate gratification, right? You want what you want when you want it. It's a temporary comfort, right? You're feeling uncomfortable. You don't want to feel uncomfortable. So you go back to what's familiar because it's comfortable for the moment. But that's not where God wants us, right? We need to be in the wilderness. We need to be uncomfortable. And when we feel uncomfortable, we need to be seeking God and letting God lead us. And that just becomes a...
I know who I am. I know who I am. I'm not gonna sit here and try to.
Because I guarantee she had a breakdown when she was trying to fix that desk, and she was looking at it. And I know that she.
Let me tell you, and then we're gonna leave this alone. I had one screw that I could not get out. So I went over there to the corner and I was like, God, oh, come on. I went back and the screw came undone. I was like, thank you.
And that, God was looking at you going, had you just left the desk alone and wait for your brother to get there, we wouldn't be going through this right now.
Because the thing is, you don't have to do everything. Some things are just not your thing. That is not your thing, but we think,
thank you. That's a perfect analogy, Sparkle, because the fact of the matter is, if Adam could do everything, what was the need for Eve? What was the need for them to have children? What was the need? We are not. He said, be comfortable being uncomfortable. You're not designed to be able to do everything in the world. Some things you're going to be great at, some things you're going to suck at. That's why all of us are unique and different, because some people can do things better. That's not a slight on you because you can't do it. It just means that's not my thing. But I guarantee you there's something about me that I can do that somebody else can't do. Or I do it differently and you like it better. We gotta stop trying to make ourselves be all things to all people in all situations, including us. We gotta recognize that I'm not the best person to go in here and do that. I'm not the one that was chosen for this such time as this.
I'm not.
It was Esther. It could have been somebody else. But Esther was chosen for such a time as this. So let Esther do what Esther's supposed to do, because had somebody else said, if Mordecai had said, no, Esther, sit on down, because child, you could have got in here and messed it up. I'll do it. And then all of us, the world probably be destroyed already.
Yes.
We got to stop trying to run
God didn't anoint you for. It's okay. But it's so hard for our minds to wrap around. We have gotten in this world. I don't need nobody for anything. Right. I do. Right. I need people. Like, you can say you don't need nobody. Go on about your business. Go. I don't need. Okay. I need somebody that's going to be able. Now, that doesn't mean let me hear, oh God, this is why I don't have a husband. And this is why, that's why I can't wait until I get married. No. Just because you single does not even mean your husband is going to have that. That's going to be his thing.
Girl, I was just getting ready to say, you can't think of just because, I'll be glad when I get a husband, so when my car breaks down, he can fix it. That joker can't fix it either.
He's probably going to call my brother. Hey, man, the only difference is he might say, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you something. But my brother
he's going to call somebody else to fix it.
Yes. But single people automatically start measuring like, See, this is why I hate being single. Oh, I don't see. I got to do
Not if
everything
you've
by
been married
myself.
before.
Like,
Listen, I've been married before and had a husband who didn't know how to fix a darn thing. And so he would have to call, I'd call him and then he'd call somebody to fix whatever it is that needed to be fixed.
that needs to be fixed because that your ex-husband
It
said
wasn't
that's
his
not my
thing.
thing.
Mm-mm.
I don't
I'm
know.
not going to figure it out. I'm not going to take the motor apart and then realize that I don't even know how to put the joker back together. And so now we need a whole new car. I'm not doing that. Look, let me call somebody who knows what they're doing.
Oh, man.
But you say, but on my list, I got that he's gonna be a handyman. Okay. So God said, you're a great man, but you're not a handyman, so you can't be like, come on. Don't put these limitations on God. Why are you limiting God what God will send you? Because you still have your own expectations. That's your expectation.
Right. Or he sends you somebody that is everything that you want. He's a handyman, but it's not packaged the way that you want it.
Exactly. So it's short instead of tall. The legs, they legs are
Right.
just
Why'd you
short.
have to go for the height?
Right. What you say? But God, I said, look, I know I said I wanted all that, but
Yeah. Or God put your house in a different neighborhood. In the neighborhood that you did not want to be in. I did not want to live in Shelbyville. Like I love the country, I love the peace, but God, now this is too deep. Now you're going all the way. And it turned out being the peacefulest, the happy, like God already know, but we kick and scream because God, that is not the picture I had. That my expectations was this picture.
exactly. Exactly. Listen, trust God. Let what you say line up with what you do. When you pray, make sure that you're asking for what you know. Be prepared that it's not going to look like what you say. If you say, God, stretch me, it's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be something that's going to get you to the next level, but you got to go through something to get something. When storms come, you can sit there and look at it and get prepared and, like Spark said, meditate and all those things and get yourself ready. But until the storm actually hits you, it's hard to say how you're going to react and what you're going to do. But you got to stay consistent because in order to get to the other side, you got to go through. There's no way around it. You got to do the work. You got to be able to keep showing up even in the middle of the storm
In
because
the
one
middle.
day you're going to look up and the storm is behind you. And then you can say, God, thank you for bringing me through. God, if it wasn't not for God on my side, I don't know how I would have survived this storm that's in my life. But just as one storm comes up, another one may be on the horizon. But if God got you through the first one, he'll get you through the second one. If he got you through the second one, he'll get you through the third one, and so on and so forth. You got to know that the storm isn't meant to destroy you, it's just meant to define you. And I mean, refine you in terms of going through, you come out better, you come out stronger, you come out wiser, you come out with what is it, Sparkle, the LLL? What
The
it mean again?
the triple L's. You come out with it. You Phyllis, thank you, Phyllis.
Good.
Learn,
Learn, lesson,
lesson,
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
Yes. And I want to end us with I want to go real quickly up to Farika because she had wrote a long the piggyback on what y'all were saying. Yep, I remember years ago I was dating a guy and God said, you know, that's not gonna last right in the midst of comfort. And I was like, Lord, I know I surely don't want to let it go. And I had to learn it surely wasn't for me. Try and make something out of nothing at all. All I can say is thank you, God, for his grace. Had it not been for him, woo, Lord, and for the change of mind.
Where
Amen.
would you be now?
Where would you be now? And
Where
I
would
want
you
to
be now?
end us with Isaiah 46:4 in the NIV. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am he. I am he who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you.
Mm, 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 mm.
I will sustain you and carry you.
That
Rescue
that
you.
right there. That
That
right
right there.
there. That
Like
right there.
when you get so caught up, go dig a word out
And stand on it.
and stand on that word.
And stand on it. We got to get out of here. It's at the top of the hour.
I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. We are so thankful. Just know, Natashah is always here, ready to take clients. If you somewhere in the midst of your mindset and you getting cuckoo, even though she does talk to me, I still get a little cuckoo. But no, if you need help going through something, and you know somebody that can help you through it, that's the help. God might be saying, there go your help right there. Sign up for one of Natashah's classes and see what I would do through her for you. God is in the midst of it. You know she's a woman of God. You know that she trusts God. You know that she believes God. And you know that she loves people. Even when she don't want to love you, she still loves you. But I'm serious.
Hey, even when you know you're gonna she's gonna say something that's gonna have you like, oh, Natashah.
Yeah.
But you need it. It's gonna get you where you want to go. So get with Natashah. Natashah, tell people, matter of fact, how they can connect with you.
I mean, you can follow me on Instagram at Empowered Voices NK, and or on Facebook. I have my Empowered Voices page, or at empoweredvoices45@gmail.com.
Boom.
There you
go.
And the only challenge you'll ever get from me is me asking you, if God sat beside you right now, what would he say to you about whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life? And if you can get that question answered of what God would say to you, it will change the trajectory of your life, because you will begin to go and live according to what he has expected for you, not what you've expected for yourself. That's why I love S. Marie's post yesterday. That post yesterday was just, it was very powerful yesterday. So
yes.
Well, S. Marie, keep on doing what you do.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you don't know how many lives you're really changing. When God gives you a post, you think it was just for you. It's for more people than you can ever imagine. But we will see you back on Winning Wednesday tomorrow. I had to think.
Yeah. I know, right?
We will see you back on Winning Wednesday. Have a blessed day. We love you.
Bye.